Hello everybody, Lime Knight 74 here with another Kingdom Hearts video. I made a video a while back about all the Disney movie worlds I wanted in Kingdom Hearts 4. So if you're curious about my opinions on that, go check it out here. But on that video, I saw a bunch of comments talking about the Disney Channel shows that they personally wanted in Kingdom Hearts 4. So I figured I'd make a video on my opinions on that as well. Keep in mind, I don't think these worlds will ever be added into the Kingdom Hearts franchise, but I do think it would be cool if it did. So without further ado, here's my top 10 Disney Channel worlds I'd want to see in Kingdom Hearts 4. Number 10 on my list is the show Kim Possible. Now, Kim Possible was a show I didn't really watch as a kid, but I know this would be a really good world from everything that I know about the show. I could definitely see Kim Possible being a good party member for Sora and the gang because of all the gadgets and karate that she could do. She's a skilled fighter, and that would work really well. She'd be a hand-to-hand combat type of party member. I could easily see Kim Possible teaming up with Sora game to take down Dr. Draken. I could think maybe that Dr. Draken is experimenting on Heartless, and something goes completely wrong, and the Heartless start trying to take over that world because of Dr. Draken's experiments. Obviously, we'd have Kim Possible teaming up also to fight Shigo. I mean, she's a pretty big staple in the show. She would be a great boss fight for Kim Possible and Sora to team up to take down. It would work out pretty well in my opinion. Maybe Dr. Draken himself even gets corrupted by the Heartless experiment and becomes a big bad that Sora has to take down. Overall, I know this is a very popular cartoon that a lot of people love, and seeing this being brought into Kingdom Hearts would be a great service to tons of Kim Possible fans. Number 9 on my list is the TV show Goof Troop. Having Sora and Donald meet Goofy and Pete's family would be a very interesting interaction. I feel like this world would be a difficult world to pull off, but if done right, it could work pretty well. Since both Goofy and Pete are already established characters in this Kingdom Hearts universe, I see two different options. The first option is treating it like an alternate style world, similar to the Timeless River in Kingdom Hearts 2, and having two different Goofys and two different Petes. The second option is my favorite of the two, and it's to have Goofy and Pete be from this world, and it's showing how much they've changed since leaving home. Goofy went off to be a knight for the royal castle and team up with Mickey, and then Pete having turned villainous into a villainous life. Maybe this could be a good way to make Pete have some kind of change of heart after having PJ see his dad summoning Heartless and hurting innocent people. Plus, seeing how Sora and the gang would interact with Max and Pete would be awesome. I think this world being done the way I want it to be done is the best way, and I'm hoping to see some great character growth in the series if done correctly. Number 8 on my list is the TV show TAILSPIN. We haven't had a Jungle Book world yet, and this could be the best version of it. I can see Sora meeting Baloo and his friends and go on wacky adventures fighting Don Carnage. Don Carnage could be easily corrupted by darkness because of his love for money and treasure. I would love to see Sora fighting Heartless on top of a plane while Baloo is flying around on the island. Plus, we could have the return of plane-like flying Heartless, which I always liked in the original series. This is just a cool world that could be added into the game. Number 7 on my list is the TV show Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. This is a show that many people may not even know existed, but it was definitely an awesome show. It would be interesting to see how Sora would react to meeting the animated series version of Buzz, seeing as he's already met the toy version of Buzz in Kingdom Hearts 3. It could be like an alternate universe style thing because Sora would have to figure out that this is not the same Buzz that he's met before. We've seen something similar with Tron in Dream Drop Distance, so we know it can be done. Plus, we could finally see Sora face off against Surge. In the animated TV show, Surge uses a device to corrupt people's minds and turning civilians into villains. So I figured instead of controlling their minds, he could be turning them into Heartless. The show has a bunch of funny, wacky characters, and I would love to see how Sora interacts with them would be pretty awesome. I may be a party of one here, but I actually think that the toy box was a little disappointing in Kingdom Hearts 3, so I love to see a better version of it with the Buzz Lightyear Star Command in Kingdom Hearts 4. Number 6 on my list is the TV show Dave the Barbarian. This world would just be hilarious. Sora would just enter the world and meet Dave. He would see this huge, hulking, badass looking barbarian and then learn he's just the biggest coward he's ever met. This world could just be a simple world. Have the land of Udragoth be invaded by the Heartless, and Dave and his family are just trying to stop them. Sora could team up with them to stop the Heartless and maybe even give Dave the courage to be a true hero, because Sora does have that kind of effect on people. I feel like this world could just be a simple, pig, powerful Heartless as a final boss. There's no need to try to corrupt someone or anything like that, just a simple Heartless boss that Sora and the gang need to take down. This was an underrated show, only lasting one season, and I'd love to see this show get some more love. Number 5 on my list is the show The Mighty Ducks. I bet a lot of you people watching this right now not realize that the Mighty Ducks franchise actually had an animated series. Back in the early 2000s, Disney loved making TV show spin-offs of hit movies, and The Mighty Ducks was no different. The show only lasted 26 episodes, but man, was it a great 26 episodes. We could see this world having an awesome cast of characters for Sora and the gang to interact with. From Wild Wing and all the other ducks, all the way to the evil Lord Dragonus, there are so many great characters that can be used in this world. Speaking of Lord Dragonus, I could easily see him succumbing to the darkness with his giant quest for world domination. I could see him summoning an entire army of Heartless for the ducks and Sora to try to take down, because he's just so powerful now. Plus, seeing Sora on skates on a hockey-themed world would be one of the coolest things ever. I remember watching this show as a kid and absolutely loving it because I love the original movies, so I would love to see this world come to Kingdom Hearts. Number 4 on my list is another duck-themed world, the superhero world of Darkwing Duck. I would love to see Sora team up with the Duck of the Night to take down the evil Negaduck. I think that Sora would be fascinated by the idea of teaming up with Darkwing Duck because he's already shown in Big Hero 6 that he loves the idea of being a superhero. I love the idea of Sora wanting to be like Darkwing Duck and maybe make a similar costume to Darkwing Duck that he could just be his outfit for the world, kind of like mimicking Darkwing Duck as in like a fan fiction type of costume for the world. With all the gadgets and fighting styles that Darkwing Duck has, I would love to see Sora have a bunch of Link attacks, kind of like he does with Donald and Goofy, and imagine what those things could look like with all those cool gadgets. I just think this would be a super campy and corny world that would just be super awesome because of how wacky and corny Darkwing Duck can be. Number 3 on my list is Lilo and Stitch the series. Now, we've technically already had a Lilo and Stitch world in Birth by Sleep, but that was only a ship in space. I want to see Sora and the gang visit Hawaii and help take down the Heartless by teaming up with the countless experiments that are already on the island. You could have the Heartless maybe be corrupting some of the experiments and turning them back into their evil ways. That way Sora and Stitch would have to team up with the good experiments that are left and have to take them down and revert them back to being good. There are so many different experiments in this series that any one of them can be used for good or evil in this world. Maybe you could even have some of the other experiments become a summon that Sora could use in the game. I even like the idea of like Hamsterville teaming up with someone like Maleficent, as she tricks him and uses him to gain more power, and she's the one actually turning the experiments back into their evil ways. I just loved this show as a kid, and I would love a proper representation of the Lilo and Stitch universe in the Kingdom Hearts universe. Number 2 on my list is The Legend of Tarzan, the TV series. We've already seen them visit Tarzan once, and now Sora can meet the new characters and the story from the TV show. Sora and the gang could revisit the jungle and see how Tarzan is now handling the jungle now that he has threats like Queen La, Lady Waltum, and Turblat are there to mess things up. There are so many ways that someone could either learn to summon Heartless or be corrupted by darkness in this world. Queen La has already shown that magic exists in this world, so maybe she uses that magic to learn how to summon and control Heartless. Or maybe Lady Waltum gets corrupted by darkness from the hatred of Tarzan for killing her brother Clayton. The TV series just opened up a whole bunch of potential for more stuff to see, to be added into the Tarzan world, and I would love to see Sora team up with Tarzan one more time to save the jungle. Before I get to my number one spot, I've got a few honorable mentions. American Dragon Jake Long. Teaming up with Jake would work really well. I feel like the gameplay wise it would play similar to Big Hero 6 world. Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. Having Sora go detective mode and teaming up with the Rescue Rangers would be sick. Plus Fat Cat would be a great boss to fight. Phineas and Ferb. Imagine Sora in the game working with Phineas and Ferb and their crazy antics to take down Dr. Doof. Brandy and Mr. Whiskers. The jungle has been taken over by the Heartless. Teaming up with Mr. Whiskers as a party member to fight the Heartless, it could work as a shorter world story. Bonkers. Sora could team up with the wackiness that is Bonkers to help take down the Heartless invading the city. Number one on my list is one of my favorite animated shows of all time, and that is Gargoyles. Now we've seen Sora in a city-like world with Big Hero 6, but imagine Sora coming to New York and teaming up with the Gargoyles. I can just imagine that Xanatos is trying to replicate some of the ancient power, and it goes terribly wrong. That causes the Heartless to take over New York and corrupt Xanatos into some massive threat to the Gargoyles. Sora and the gang could arrive in New York and think that the Gargoyles are monsters attacking the people and have to fight them just to realize that they're actually the heroes of the city. They could then team up with the Gargoyles to take down Xanatos and his army of Heartless. Plus, there are many bosses that Sora could take on, like Demona and the Pack. This was by far one of my favorite animated shows on Disney, and this has so much potential to be such an amazing world to the franchise. Well, there you have it, folks. There is my top 10 Disney Channel worlds that I'd love to see come to Kingdom Hearts 4. Like I said, I don't expect any of these to ever actually happen, seeing as they only really stick to movies, but if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I would love if you guys gave me some support so I can continue making videos like these in the future. And we'll see you guys on the next video.